Let's do this. It's a comfortable 68 degrees in San Jose, California, and we are here playing VR experiences on the Oculus Rift. I'm your host, Cymatic Bruce, and we just got done with mine. So, now, what we're going to do is shadow projection. It's the next demo up. Let's take a look. I'm up for voice acting, you people, you developers out there. I got voices. Let me do something with you. All right, very good. Shadow projection, another global game jam demo that was suggested. Let's jump on this. So for in shadow projection here, you are a crystal being in a fully immersive virtual reality cosmic lounge. Your head movements are quantumly entangled to 3D objects hidden by an orb cloud, only be identified by their shadow projection. No controls needed besides the rift. That is fascinating. All right, let's take a multi-dimensional trip in the Oculus Rift using shadow projection. Shadow projection. I believe that's it right there. Let's go ahead and start that up and get that config. You know I want it fantastic. 1280 by 800. Unfortunately, with my multiple monitor setup, I'm not able to use VR Launchpad, which kind of bypasses all of these Unity boxes. It's very convenient. But alas, while streaming and having multiple monitors, it's not very friendly for that program, so that's okay. So I'm going to switch over to game capture mode and start this experience up. Let's go. Shadow projection. Watch here to start. Interesting. Okay, so I see like these items are rotated, and you can see that the projection, the shadow projection that they make, and you can actually read it. I have a body of some kind, which is very cosmic. I'm in a chair, and I am in space. And this is rather trippy. Very trippy indeed. Okay. And I am talking to a blank screen. I caught myself, people. Let's F12 this. Now I can actually see what's going on. I think I started this on accident. Oh, what the hell? Okay, what? Okay. There we go. Cube. Okay, so I have a cube. And so by rotating my head, I'm trying to ascertain what shape is the one that's identical to the one I'm holding in my hand. I have a contextual animation. When I look at my hand, it actually brings the shape up to me and rotates it. And then I can tell by the rotation that by its projection, this thing on the left is probably a cylinder. This thing on the right is probably just a square. And the thing in the middle is most likely a cube. So I'm going to look at the middle, and I've successfully matched the object. Awesome. This is interesting gameplay indeed. I wonder if this is even possible without an Oculus Rift. So, again, I have a shape right here. I keep forgetting the name of these shapes. Horrible at geometry. I apologize. It's a shame as a physics guy that I don't know how to say what decahedron, isodecahedron. Jesus. So looking at the shapes here, looks like that's a pyramid. Looks like that is a cube, and looks like this is probably going to be the shape I want. Nice. Okay. Very good. Oh, now we're getting fancy. Okay, so the shape I have here looks like a water molecule, but part of it is much shorter. So I have two kind of equidistant poles and one off to the side. And I have 3 rods. So middle one is automatically out. That one's out. Gotta be that one. Alright, very good. Alright, so this is a fascinating exercise. Alright, awesome. Okay, looks like things are getting a little more complex here. Have 3 shapes, 2 rods, and one rod is definitely longer than the other one. That one on the right seems, are they equidistant or not? Let's see. With equidistant rods, one could look longer than the other and they can kind of go back and forth, but in this one looks like one is always longer than the other no matter how it's rotated, which is good. And this is just, that's just something totally different. That angle was all wrong. I'm gonna go with this one. Good stuff. All right, so this experience is very interesting. Wonder if it would be possible without the Oculus Rift. This is fascinating. All right, looks like we have kind of a pyramid structure, 3 rods. One is much longer than the other 2. The left one is out. Middle one seems to be a contender, and it looks like the middle one's too long and one short, and this one is too short and one long. I think it's this one over here. Okay. Excellent. So I'm ascertaining what 3D shape is which by looking at a 2-dimensional projection of that item. Then I look to my hand and try to match up the shape that I'm actually holding in this very cosmic situation. So very good. Triangular, one is longer than the other. 3 spherical formations and 2 rods, and that one looks very equidistant. Middle one for sure. All right, excellent. So I like the experience. Looks like it's slowly building something up there, which is kind of neat. Gonna go boom ba doom doom doo 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 boo doo 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 doo. Looks like that is at a 9-degree angle. Let's see if I can. Oh no, middle one's out for sure. And I'm gonna say this one. There we go. So I am gonna keep going. I'm actually kind of curious what this final shape is gonna end up being. It looks rather interesting. Let me see. Another triangle thing, kind of skewed. No. Maybe, maybe. That is not triangular. They're all in the same plane with this one. It's this one. Alright, very good. Crazy. Absolute craziness. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. What else are we making here? What's going on? Ba-do-do-do, I hear some laughing in the background. That is so ridiculous. I don't even know what that's about. Like, I'm hearing something else. Like, is someone monitoring this? Alright, now I've made a constellation. It's cosmic party time. Very good. And there's its projection. Nice! So there we go. That is a pretty interesting experience. Very, very original gameplay mechanic. I really like the way it's taken advantage of the difference between seeing something in 3D and seeing something in 2D. I really wonder how easy or hard, or how much harder it would be if you had to do this on just a 2D screen as opposed to actually seeing depth information and being able to see the item rotate in your hand and having that as comparison. That is a fascinating exercise, and it might be helpful for like mathematics courses or like geometry courses, in fact, being able to kind of tell the difference. I know we did an exercise similar to this in like middle school drafting course, where you had to, you know, you got like 3 or 4 different profiles of a thing that are 2D, and then you had to draw a 3D item resulting from those 3 2D projections or whatever. So it was kind of a cool exercise in spatial awareness. All right, cool. Very neat. Very neat. Oh, let's look at some credits here. Credit where credit is due. Music, Stephen Howard, crazy. Busy Cafe, Drops of H2O, and Push to Break Earth. Game by Kent, Jesse Fowler, and Yuri Bichko. Cool. Cool, man. Excellent. Excellent effort. A great experience. Quite fun. Very original. Alright, I like that. That was very neat. Cool. And time to exit. Let's get out of that. Fantastico. And change over to desktop capture. And there we go. So that was just Shadow Projection. A very interesting gameplay experience for sure.